Greetings to you, everyone. I believe that each one of you is having a lovely day. Yeah? So, in this video, I would like for us to get to see on this topic, and that is the topic on verbs. We call it die Verben. Please grab yourself some pen and paper because I would like us to greatly see on the verbs, a very important topic. So, die Verben. Now, the various types of verbs that we'll be having or that we have in German include, we will go through the regular verbs, the irregular verbs. So, the regular verbs is the regelmäßige Verben. Regelmäßige Verben. Then the irregular verbs, unregelmäßige Verben. Then I have the modal verbs, that is the Modalverben. I have the reflexive verbs, reflexive Verben. Then there's the separable verbs, we call it trennbare Verben. And then finally, inseparable verbs, that is untrennbare Verben. So these are the various types of verbs that we're going to cover in this video, okay? So let me first of all begin with the regular verbs, Now, just like the name states, these are verbs that obey the regular rule of verb conjugation. They obey the regular rule of verb conjugation. It's also important to note that all German verbs in their original form, all German verbs normally end in en or n. That is before they are conjugated. And then, so the regular rule states like this. When given a verb, first and foremost, remove the ending, either the ending en or n, to get the verb stem. Afterwards, proceed to add the verb endings as follows. That's the first thing. Remember, German verbs end in en or n. When given a verb, the first thing I'm supposed to do is remove the en or n ending to obtain the verb stem, okay? So after getting the verb stem is when I proceed to add the various endings as follows. So in the following thing, we have like a table. We have the singular side and the plural side. You have been given these personal pronouns and their respective verb endings, okay? So we have the singular side and the plural side. So I have ich, which means I. So in ich, the ending is normally e. Then I have do, the ending is st. And then you have er stroke z stroke s. So er stroke z stroke s, which means he stroke she stroke it. So in er z s, the ending is t. And then you have z, capital S-I-E, z, which means you formal. The ending is en. Then you have wir. Now wir, which means we, the ending is en. Then there is er, which is ending is t. Z, which means they, en, and then z, en. So those are the various endings that is important for you to know respectively, okay? Ich, e, du, st, as st, z is en, wir we add en, er is t, z, en, z, en. So I've given an example right there. The example is to drink, that is trinken. Trinken, which means to drink. So the first thing I do is I remove the en, I remain with the trink. So after remaining with the trink, I proceed to add the endings as the table. So ich in the ich becomes ich trinke. Ich trinke, which means I drink or I am drinking. And then I have du. Du trinkst with the st at the end. Ich trinke, I'm drinking. Du trinkst, you are drinking or you drink. Then you have er stroke z stroke s. Er z s trinkt, which means he stroke she stroke it is drinking or drinks. Sie trinken, wir trinken, er trinkt, and then sie trinken, sie trinken. Okay, some other example is gehen, to go. Gehen also do the same thing. If I remove the en, I remain with ge. Ge, which now means, which is the verb stem, yeah? So I proceed. Ich gehe, I'm going, yeah? Du gehst, sie es geht. And then you have sie gehen, wir gehen, ihr geht, and then sie gehen, Sie gehen. Okay, let me give you the last example with to write, which is schreiben. Schreiben, to write. So it becomes ich schreibe, du schreibst, sie, es schreibt, sie schreiben, wir schreiben, ihr schreibt, then sie schreiben, sie schreiben. So I've listed some more examples and some more regular verbs which I'd like you to try. Please go ahead and attempt them in your exercise book. If you're done, you can just snap a photo and then send me to see if you've done them correctly, like in the above examples, yeah? So the other example is to dance, tanzen, tanzen, to correct, korrigieren, korrigieren, to spell is buchstabieren, to call, telefonieren, to come, kommen. So these ones I want you to do them in an exercise book, and then let me see how you've done it. Okay, send the photos that I confirm and see how you have done it. Okay, now with those few examples, there's an exercise, and the exercise is write in German. You've been given the exercise in English. They want you to translate into German using the verbs given above. I am drinking water. So the new words are in bracket. I am drinking water. Water is das Wasser. So it becomes ich trinke das Wasser. I'm drinking water. So you're going to do the same thing in number 2. He is going home. So and then you proceed. To go is gehen. Geht nach Hause. So you proceed like that, yeah? Also, this one's you're supposed to do, and then snap and send them to me. I see how you do them, yeah? So I've proceeded to give you more examples of the regular verbs like kaufen, which is to buy. That is also an exercise, yeah? I'd like you to do. Kaufen, to buy. So it becomes ich kaufe, I'm buying. Du kaufst, es kauft, sie kaufen, wir kaufen, ihr kauft. Then sie kaufen as you proceed in that manner, yeah? So this one is also an exercise I'd like you to do and send so that I see, yeah? We have machen. Machen, which means to do stroke make. Stehen, to stand. Spielen, to play. Schwimmen, which is now to swim. Beginnen. Fragen. Weinen. Frühstücken, which is to have breakfast, yeah? Frühstücken, to smoke a cigarette. Rauchen. Rauchen. Then again, I have an exercise which has been given in English. They want you to translate also. Please go ahead and do this and send them, okay? The reasons why I've given out these exercises for you practicing. You know, when you practice and constantly do them, and you enhance your ability of forming statements using these verbs, okay? Okay, more and more examples. Now let me just read the examples out of the examples of regular verbs, like to smoke a pipe, pfeifen, to visit, besuchen, packen, kontrollieren, bleiben. Now bleiben means to stop, stroke, remain, yeah? And then you have suchen, storen, bauen, and then I'm still proceeding. After bauen, which one is the other one? You have glauben. So the other one was glauben, which is to believe, yeah? Then I have bringen, bezahlen, üben, rufen, wohnen, hören, kennen. Please don't confuse kennen and the other one, which is wissen. So kennen specifically means to know a person or a place. And then I have to sell, verkaufen, zeigen, kochen, brauchen, denken, danken, lernen, singen, lachen, schauen, to photograph, fotografieren. Then there's the vergleichen, studieren, trainieren, schälen, wutzen, servieren, lehren. You have bekommen, leben, lieben, stricken. Now stricken is to knit, and then nähen, to sew. Then there's the to shower, which is duschen, duschen. To order, for example, a food is bestellen. Then holen, which is to fetch or pick or collect. Backen, to bake. Stoppen, malen, and again glauben. Okay, so with the above examples of the regular verbs, there is an exercise right there that has been given in English. They'd like you to translate into German. We are packing our suitcases. Let me give an example with that. We are packing our suitcases. So we have said is wir, and then to pack is packen. So it becomes wir packen our suitcases. So our is unsere. So unsere Koffer. Wir packen unsere Koffer. We're packing our suitcases, okay? So also I'd like you to go ahead and do this exercise, this last one here. Do this exercise from the above verbs that has been listed so above, okay? Do them and then also go ahead and send them a photo of me or of the exercise so that I see how you have done them, okay? And those were the verbs under the regular verbs. In the next video, we're going to see on the exception of the regular verbs, okay? Well then, please feel free to drop down your comments below. You're also free to share your feedbacks with us, and ensure you like the video, share, and also subscribe to the channel for more German learning videos, okay? Well then, das ist alles und bis dann.